he lacks, as far as his skill. But he's a very skillful guy. I just think that Gabe Rosado was more skillful than him that night, but Peter had more heart, and he was willing to do anything to win. And I think no matter, and when it comes down to it, I mean, it really doesn't matter who has the skill set over you, because if you're willing to do anything to win, that's all that matters. He has the talent, but you can see that it's that rawness about him that allows him to excel over anybody that he's in there with. That raw, that natural strength, because he's a very strong guy. I mean, he can drop you with either hand. So with that perspective, he's a very raw, talented guy. But as far as skill set, I still have yet to see, just the when you think of boxers and you think of the art of boxing, Kid Chocolate I don't think comes to your mind. I think you think of the Sugar Ray Leonards and the fluidity of boxing and being on your toes and being able to move and hit and not get hit. Whereas some of these guys, I don't view them as boxers. I view them as fighters. And I think some of these guys at the top middleweight division are just, really good fighters. I think, well, we all know he trains tremendously. We all know he stays in the gym. We know he's a true champion. He's dedicated to the sport. We know that. But what you do see in the ring, you do see him go through periods of spurts. Like, let's say a Canelo or, someone like that who fights in spurts. I don't know what's the reason, but you'll see him go for, let's say, 30 seconds to a minute at a time sometimes with very inactive. Very inactive. So I think that, I don't know what's the cause of it, but, I definitely think a smart fighter would be able to capitalize off that. This is my thing. As far as the opponent goes, I haven't heard any other options other than Kid Chocolate. So I don't have an opponent yet, but as far as talks about another opponent, it seems like, and it's been a very high demand from the fans and from the public for this fight. So I definitely think it is a very strong possibility. Whatever our relationship we have is whatever, that could be whatever. That could be put aside. This is a business. This is something that we want to do for the fans, something that the fans deserve. And I'm excited about it. If the fight happens, from a perspective as a fighter, oh yeah, I want this opportunity. Oh hell yeah, I want this opportunity. From a fighter, yes I do. From a friend and from a human being in a love relationship, it's a bittersweet. It's like, here we are, both have an opportunity to fulfill our dreams, right at the Barclay, hopefully have a main event, and be able to have a substantial amount of purse to take care of my family. So in that respect, we're winning, together. But at the same time, there only has to be one winner, and if that opportunity comes, I'll do more than what it takes to fulfill my dreams to become world champion. I just think it's the perfect opportunity. I just don't see any other fight for both of us. As a boxing fan, I just think that this fight with our styles, with our power, with our knockout ratio, it's just, it's a fight that screams, put it in Brooklyn. Put it at the Barclay. Let these people have it. This is a fight that needs to be. You know what I'm saying? People was asking me, do I think Gabe Rosado deserves a rematch with Kid Chocolate, or do I think Kid Chocolate should fight anybody else? I mean, it's cool and dandy, yeah, but I just don't see a picture-perfect fight for the both of us. It would be stellar for me, man, to have everything that I'm going through, to be able to be in this position right now. You have to understand, listen, man, where I come from, people don't even get this opportunity right now, let alone the things that might happen, let I become world champion. You know what I mean? The opportunity that I have right now, I'm very grateful for. And if Kid Chocolate gives me that opportunity, it would be a blessing, and it would be an honor for him. It would be an honor for me, for him to give me that opportunity. It's a respect thing. So, for Brooklyn fans, if this fight happens, I'm excited about it. I'm a fan first, and it's just going to be great. I don't see it being a dull fight at all. You know, I see fireworks throughout the whole night. If it happens, you know, we shall see. The contract has not been signed. Negotiations have. I don't know anything. You know, you guys don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on either. But you could believe that I'm in the gym and I'm preparing myself for whatever opportunities comes at hand. You know, whoever they have in front of me, whether or not it's a champion, whether or not it's a contender, or whoever, I have a job to do. So I'm not going to call anyone out. I'm not going to hunt or look for anyone, but at the same time, you know, I do want to be a world champion, and I would rather be one sooner than later. So we'll see what happens.